What's up, Union Arena players? This is Kyle D, better known as Universities, and today we are going to be going over none other than a market watch. We're also going to discuss a little bit about the restriction list, on top of it, how it might affect your future product, and without further ado, let's get in the video and talk about it. So first off, we have CC, or aka C2, winner Union Arena participation. We're at $12.75 for the lowest and $14.30 just across the board. This is showing us one thing and one thing alone. And I always warned you guys about these cards. You should have sold when they were high. These things were going to tank. I've been telling players for a while now that if you could make that 30 bucks, you make that 30 bucks. Now look at it. It's $12 cut in half. Second wave is going to made this card drop. The next third wave is going to tank it even further. The fact that already we know there's no Nonoli in the set, so that means Pizza is going to be the best version, I think, of the Asteroid Academy, is showing a lot here. But just keep this in mind that CC or C2 here is just not cutting it. So now with the restrictions put in place, I think Kurapika still is best deck in format. A lot of players that were probably were waiting for Jujutsu Kaisen now are going to be getting off the deck and probably might come back onto Kurapika if they're high competitive players. It proves that Kurapika is still king. Your standard bar is going to be tier 1 Kurapika, probably you got green bleach, purple bleach, and then maybe blue Sukuna. Then maybe, if I'm speculating, we're going to possibly see yellow, but that depends on the Gojo players and how they adapt to this. Maybe it might be able to handle Kurapika, but we'll have to see at the end of the day. I have to take a look though. $12 to 13s. I expect this to come up soon. Ichigo Kurosaki, we're at $9 to $10 range. Crazy how fast this card has fallen over time. You know what? It's going to keep going down because I think people are just going to wait, but this is a wave ride. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to basically wait till these are low enough. And then once May hits, I expect these to go way back up. So you pick these up, make your money, make some greed. Once these are long-term holds, make your investment. Then you have Ichigo Kurosaki R star. So again, a lot of players, I had this feeling that once we get closer to Jujutsu Kaisen, people that were just playing Bleach to get into the game were going to offload all their stuff afterwards. This is proving factual already. Cards that were higher, even just like Kurapika 2 shenanigans, the, Hunter x Hunter, I expect a lot more stock to start appearing because players are going to get off these decks because they were waiting for Jujutsu Kaisen, or they're going to wait for Kokias. Once we get those couple more waves, these cards are going to tank further and further. I think they're not going to hold long-term value, but once volume 2 comes back in, I expect all these decks to kind of just go from down all the way back up. You ride that. So just keep this on your stuff for radars. Just pick up when they're cheap. Then you have Rangiku common. We're at 24s. Rangiku's just holding that waifu tax as always. But hey, yeah, keep it up, Rangiku. Then we have Jugurum 2-star, $71, and I expect this to keep coming down, actually. To be honest with you, I do not expect long-term to hold him at 70. I know it's a hard to hold, but players are just going to let him go. He's the classified worst raid that you're going to have, and to be honest with you, being a 2-star is just not cutting it. Then you have Byakuya Akutsuki 2-star, holding strong at this $100 bubble. Do I expect him to come down? Probably a little bit more and more as time goes on, but we'll have to see if that actually pays out. Kurapika R-star, the $16, $17 card. This is kind of crazy. Remember this thing being like 40s? This thing is now even lower. But again, this is what happens when new product comes that people have been waiting for. Some players just got into the game to get the store credit, to get ready to get their product, and boom. Then you have Shinji Kamamura. Oh, no. Shinji. Not Shinji. Kamamura. I'm not going to be able to say Sanjin Kamamura 078 rare. We're at $13 to $14 a pop. I mean, this card is going to be seeing play for a good while, so it's not a bad pickup. Then you have Toshiro Hitsugaya, the super rare, $20 and going down, guys. People are going to start moving this stuff. Like I said, once new sets kind of come in, people are going to get off their decks, and Toshi is one of them. Yuhabog, super rare, 1 star. We're at $6 to $8.50. Not bad for Yuhabog. Then we have Rukia Kutsuki, the rare 1 star. So this is $13 and going down. See, this is a card I'm going to wait on, similar to Ichigo. I expect these to come down, 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 and I'll just pick them up when they're cheap, 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 and then get my play set, and then ride it out. Because these are great cards, because I think we're going to be using them in the future, because with no Rukia, even in Volume 2, we're going to be definitely seeing some people changing points. Action points! This one's the Bleach one from New York Comic Con. This one's at $23.94. Like, 24 bucks is not bad for this action point, especially how many they were given out at New York. I really like this action point, and I'm probably going to pick these up if they come a little bit cheaper, but if not, I'll pick up 1 a week out of my paychecks until I have my 3, which is kind of cool about action points. You only need ever 3, and then you basically have a really nice set. And I really like the art. I really like this team up art. This is very powerful, and I think this is what I would want as my base action point. Now let's get into the Jujutsu Kaisen. So with the announcement of the restriction list, this starter deck became completely unplayable out of the start. So basically with the restriction, you can't play either or. So it means the starter deck is fundamentally, you can't even open and play the starter deck. You can't. And that's kind of bad game design. I know that people were all afraid of the Jujutsu Kaisen starter deck being that powerful demon out of the gate, and I can't be sure about that now. I would have wanted to test out and see, because we have we have bleach in the format. That means Jujutsu doesn't, we might be able to handle Jujutsu in a way that we weren't really able to before. And again, that's just because, yeah, you get things that bounce up and everything, but if you, the game strats have changed a lot in the English side. A lot of it's gonna be this, you know, raidless shenanigans. People are just playing aggressively, just slam body on board, slam body on board. You know, Jujutsu can answer so many threats, but they can't answer them all. You know, they're not going to be able to have the resources to constantly keep bouncing threats back to hand. Raidless targets are not valued to Jujutsu, and I think we would have actually been fine with the purple bleach kind of just possibly checking this deck, or even yellow bleach that could possibly do something, because again, JP wasn't playing like we were. I mean, yeah, Sukuna is a strong deck, don't get me wrong. Fingers are very powerful. Just getting 2 into the trash is like easy peasy straight. But I think we could have at least seen what the meta would have developed for a week or 2 and then put the announcement in. I think hitting it before even the product has hit shelves is not the best line of approach, because now basically nobody's gonna, a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen fans are going to be diehards and get the cards and products still. A lot of players that were looking to be competitive are now going to have to wait it out or just move right to Kurapika. So either you just sentence everybody to move to Kurapika. That's basically, yeah, it's a strong deck, and I'm not saying there's going to be other decks in the format, but I don't know how consistently they can beat Kurapika until we get, you know, even with the Nautilus removed from Code Geass, which is already proven, I think, because people have gotten the product early, there's no Nautilus. So you're already seeing that they're just keeping Kurapika king at the moment until we get Sword Art Online at this point, I think, or One Punch Man possibly. So I think that's going to be a little bit of a distaste for a lot of players, but you let me know. Then we got Soifon rares at $7.44. I expect her to come down more. Then Action Point, the starter deck shenanigans, $27 and going down. Then you have Shinji, $8.75 going down. Wow. Yeah, it's a great alt. Neon Hunter X Hunter or Hunter, we're at $1.33. Wow. Then we have Jugurum, again, $1.50 just for his base super rare. Then we have, you know, Yamamoto super rare 1 star. We're at $7.72. Then we have Gon at the rare at $5.44 for Hunter Blue. Ichigo Kurosaki, this is the World Tour Union Arena participation promo. It's at $95, like 100. Then we do have Gon from Gen Con, $11.88 going down. Then you have Action Point One Punch Man from $6 to $6.75. I expect this to come down more because Bandai Fest is in January and there's going to be more coming out. Then Bankai release event, $6.99. Then Senbon Sakurai, Kageyoshi, this is at $2.84 for the release event. Then we do have Emperor's Time Absolute Mastery, $7.85 going up. Yeah, I expect this to go up. And then Bisky's Training Hunter X Hunter release event cards. So guys, hopefully you found this marker watch insightful. And, you know, I feel bad for the Jujutsu Kaisen fans that are actually really excited. I mean, you'll probably make every deck work. But at the same time, we'll have to see how the meta shakes up now and how powerful everything is at the end of the day. But you know what? If it works for you guys. If you guys are using any of these cards that were mentioned and buying anything for TCG Player, use my affiliate link down below in the video and use it to buy product because it helps support the channel, helps me make content for you guys, and hopefully we'll keep constantly making some stuff. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.